Yo, what is up? Welcome to episode number 4 of the Wavelength Podcast. We've been off on a minor hiatus for a few weeks, just getting our ducks in a row, just getting started back on this podcast. But we're planning to be back in full force, so expect us to be diligent and on schedule and on time, and hopefully you guys hold us to it because we like doing this. But we're definitely gonna kill it now. We're fresh off the Warefare Alpha 2v2 Alpha weekend. That was a great time. It was
Yeah, dude,
insane. We
2v2
put a
was
lot of time
awesome.
into it. Had a lot of good matches. Got a lot of good content. Just really close matches. Learned a lot about the game that we had been kind of wondering. It's just stuff that you can't really know until you really get your hands on a game. But it's really nice to have your hands on the game and just 2 months ahead of the game coming out, really know that you're gonna want to commit to it rather than just pre-ordering and guessing that and just hoping that it'll feel good in your hands and you'll play well in it.
Yeah, I enjoyed
But
myself a ton. We got a good number of hours in. Needless to say, we're going to be pretty nasty at the game, which I'm pretty excited for. I think
yeah,
the game felt really good. It's like a traditional Call of Duty. I know we spent a lot of time in previous episodes talking Call of Duty, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it definitely like was a blast. And like we were saying, like Black Ops 4 is kind of chalked after playing that game. Honestly, I'm kind of in the let me turn my volume down on this. I'm kind of in the moment of like I'm gonna have a hard time playing Black Ops 4 after playing that alpha, even though it was only 2v2, had no experience built in, any reward systems. So we were talking about it's like it was just awesome. It
it
was
was
so
so
enjoyable.
fun. It
Yeah.
was so fun. It just the from everything from the sound of the guns to the feeling of like actually getting kills in that game and like winning rounds, compared to what it feels like in other COD games. Just it's so much more heavy and so much more satisfying in Modern Warfare. It's insane. Um, but yeah, it's just it's like it's like gaming in COD is almost on pause after getting your hands on the new Modern Warfare game because it's just so good and so ahead of any of the CODs. So it's just hard to go back and want to go back. Like it's almost as if there's no reason to either because like playing Black Ops 4 right now doesn't particularly train you for Modern Warfare or even the mindset for it. So you could even be safe playing another shooter on a controller like Siege or Battlefield or anything, Apex, anything really. As long as you're playing a shooter and you're just staying fresh, like on a PlayStation controller, I think that'll be fine to be prepared for Modern Warfare. I mean, obviously, putting COD in somewhere in there just to get the mentality is always good, but other than that, it's it definitely has a COD feel still, which is awesome. But like, I swear they went like as far away as possible without tipping over the scale of like this doesn't feel like COD anymore. They were like, all right, let's go to where recoil feels shitty, like a bit like where it's almost like it doesn't feel like COD at all. Put it down one notch to where it starts to feel like COD again, and then let's keep it there. So like it's as far away as possible, but it would just it's really good. It's really good though in general,
Yeah.
and the gunplay is awesome with the predictive recoil.
I think that the weight of the game is just like a new stage. Like it's not quite Battlefield's weight, but like it just moved a little bit towards that direction, which make everything just feel so much more substantial. And it is way more tactical because you like your movement is deliberate. Like if you get stuck in a mantle, you're gonna die. If you walk onto a guy who is mounted and has an angle held on you, you're gonna get fried. Like I think that like that aspect of the game is cool because then you learn the maps, you learn the lanes, you learn how to navigate, and the fact that the maps are all gonna be different and not arena like. They're gonna be a lot more lifelike with like cities and things like that. It's gonna be really sweet. And honestly, I have zero complaints. I've complained. There's parts of the game I was like, oh, that's not that cool. I don't want to use the two pump shotgun in 2v2 ever, right? Like, screw that class. But at the same time, the game was just great. It felt fantastic, and I mean, Black Ops 4 just pales compared to this game for me, and that's what I was hoping for. I think that's what we were kind of banking on, was that Modern Warfare was going to be this type of game, and so I'm
Yeah.
excited that it actually is. So
I'm eager to play the 5v5 mode just so I can finally put the nail in the coffin and say that I really am excited for this game that much. Because I really do like the 2v2 mode, but that could mean a lot of things, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I like it when it translates over to 5v5. But I'm sure I will. I'm just trying to play it safe, honestly, not get my hopes up.
yeah,
Um, I'm obviously I want to like it. It's not like I don't want to like it. I'm being a critic or something, but
yeah,
um The time to kill was something I was concerned I wouldn't like, but I actually really liked the time to kill. It wasn't as quick as I thought it would be. It was like still you could still get shot and get away in a lot of scenarios, which I didn't think you'd be able to. When you watch a lot of COD gameplay from whatever perspective you watch somebody, whenever they get kills, it looks like they just actually like one shot somebody in like 10 milliseconds. But
Yeah,
when you're playing COD and you're in the moment, it's a lot more time than that, and
yeah,
it's hard to it goes back to not getting your hands on the game, but like when you're watching COD gameplay like this before it comes out and before you can play it, and you're seeing people just shred other players, like it's hard to think about. Damn, like that is such a quick time to kill. Like
yeah.
even in Black Ops 4, if you're watching players like are hitting shots with automatics or like any automatic weapon, like it looks fast, but it's really not.
Yeah,
So
I think the game's time to kill is perfect considering how big of a focus it seems to have on like using cover and navigating lanes and stuff. I think like if you get caught out, you should die, right? Like so I think that it's good at that point, but it also does feel like hey, if you're near cover and you're quick on your reflexes, get a slide off or like sprint around a corner, like you can have a chance at turning on people. And like there's a lot of times that obviously it was only 2v2s, but you and I got a lot of 1v2s between the two of us, just
yeah,
like playing the game because you have those opportunities. Like you kill a guy and you turn on the other one. And I'm just
I
super,
love that.
yeah, I'm super pumped to
I
get to a 5v5, 6v6 setting.
I definitely will. I think I find myself playing that 2v2 mode quite a bit. Like if there's only two people on, it's like I'd almost why not play that over playing like a pub with two people,
Yeah,
where you get like three or four other
for
randoms
sure.
versus six other randoms. Like why not go into 2v2? That's why I think it's like gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think like we were talking a little bit, the leaderboard thing is a huge thing for me. Like I want feedback on the game, and I think we talked about it a little bit last episode about like wanting the leaderboards to go back to traditional leaderboards like they used to be, and I hope that it gets to that point because Black Ops 4 leaderboards were just bad, and like I'm a big person, like I want to see where I rank and stuff. I like that. I like seeing score per minute, KO death ratio across all game modes, across
Yeah.
all your friends, across people in the lobby with you. Like it's cool to just compare your career on the game with people, especially when you're a few months in and you've been on the grind. But no, yeah, I think the 2v2 was great. We're pumped for the alpha. We'll be releasing a ton of content during the beta when beta comes out. I know we've got some video ideas and we'll be doing Wavelength every Monday, so we'll be talking about that after we get done on that. That'll be a hectic weekend right there.
Beta, yeah,
That
after
is gonna
beta
be
it'll
a
be
grind.
crazy.
Yeah, so
It'll be
after
crazy.
I imagine the podcast after beta will focus almost entirely on Call of Duty because we're going to be playing a lot of it. So I
We'll
think
be
we
playing
can,
Borderlands.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah, because
Astral
like
Chain and some stuff like that, which we can
yeah,
go into.
yeah. After after definitely like we kind of decided today, and I was actually thinking this before, like we both thought this separately and then just both agreed on it. But like after playing Modern Warfare, it's almost um redundant to play Black Ops 4 and grind it a shit ton because it's not gonna carry over that much, like
No. It's just
really
gonna
at
it's
all.
gonna keep you sick on the sticks, but like I'd much rather if I'm gonna play Call of Duty, I'll play some Blackout probably, maybe some Black Ops 4. But I
I
like
still
you were
want to
saying,
play a
maybe
lot of
play some.
FPS games
Yeah, I'm
because
still gonna
like just
maybe get into Apex for a couple weeks or something.
yeah, anything where you're just like constantly caring about angles like that and shit, like with that mindset
Yeah,
and just like aiming and shit like that all the time.
yeah.
That's what's gonna keep me fresh.
Get into Siege for 2 weeks.
That could be fun. That could be fun for sure.
Uh,
Any of that Siege would actually be a good way to do it for sure.
yeah, Siege would probably be a really good way.
Especially punishing games like that have no aim assist. Like Siege has no aim assist on console, which is a
Yeah,
cool mindset because it's just an angle holding game, and
yeah. I
they
mean, if
know
you had
that.
aim assist, it'd be gross. Like you could just it's
Yeah,
free kills if
yeah,
anybody
it'd be
peeks
insane.
anything. Yeah,
It'd be insane.
but
But gives you
yeah.
time to play a lot of random
Well,
games.
like you were saying, Borderlands is coming
Borderlands,
out. Honestly,
Borderlands.
I
I'm
want to
probably
play
gonna put a lot of time to
Borderlands.
that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be tough, dude. Like it's coming out, and then Call of Duty beta. The good thing is there will be time between
It's not
beta
like
and
beta's
then
gonna be out forever though. It's
exactly.
only like two
It'll
weekends,
be time between beta
and
and
there's weekdays.
COD coming out. That I'll put some time into Borderlands. I'm excited. I love Borderlands 2 was a
Yeah,
great time for me. I barely played Borderlands 1, but Borderlands 2 is amazing. Um,
Borderlands 3 is gonna be sick.
I'm excited. Yeah. And honestly, like that's something that we just got to get a group together and just got to dump some time into. It's those types of games. Like you can put 40 hours in with a group of buddies, and
I mean,
it's just
it's
it's
a
easy.
game
It's
that literally
easy.
you can do everything and you can farm everything solo, but it's way more fun to farm shit with friends.
Yeah, because
Like,
the game's kind of ridiculous, right?
yeah.
Like all the dialogue, like the numbers, the art style, everything about the game has this like sense of like comicness about it, right? So like
Yeah.
it's way better to play with friends because then when crazy ridiculous shit happens, you're with people for sure.
Well, that's like me too, is like I don't like to watch a comedy movie alone and just sit
Yeah,
there or like
I'll
a
watch
comedy
stand up
show.
alone. I'll
Yeah.
watch stand up alone,
I
but
don't
that's it.
necessarily like to just sit there and watch like a comedy show or a comedy movie alone and just like
Yeah,
laugh at it. It's
listen to
hard.
Rick and
It's tough.
Morty.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless like the story has like some sort of storyline like The Office or something like that.
Yeah,
There's something of a storyline, I guess, like a little bit makes it
yeah.
more compelling to watch. But
The Office, I love that. Office and
yeah.
Friends. That's all I listen to or watch.
Yeah.
When I'm in the car, I put The Office on and just listen to it in my earbuds. No, but I'm excited for
Funny.
Borderlands. Another what were you just showing me that trailer we were watching a couple hours ago?
Astral Chain.
No, not that. The Dark Souls esque party game that we were thinking about maybe
Oh,
putting some time into.
that just came out. It's Remnant something. Let me see what it's called real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I have something I might put some time into. We might have some Minecraft plans. That's
Remnant
always
from
in the
the
works.
Ashes is what it's
Remnant
called.
from the Ashes. I honestly, it looked fun. I would play that for a bit, especially since it's not an expensive game or anything.
Yeah,
So
it looks cool.
yeah,
It's a lot of people have been talking about it. I've just heard a lot of good talk about it. It's like not a triple A game, but it's still pretty polished and it's got some good replayability and good co-op content and stuff. Kind of harder game, but I don't
yeah,
know. It's something worth checking out.
yeah,
Definitely, I definitely think we should. I would rebuy Monster Hunter on PC at some point just to play it on PC and get like really good frames and like replay it with you guys because or whoever wants to play it.
yeah.
Monster Hunter is awesome, and
I
like the
I
expansions
I
coming
think
out.
I think up until the next COD, if I'm gonna play anything, now's the time probably because when Modern Warfare comes out, my life's gonna be consumed.
Yeah,
So
it's a good point. It's a good point.
yeah.
Something, something.
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe I'll
We'll
just
find
whip out the
something.
N64, play some old games on that ugly controller.
Something.
I'll even play it on the controller. I won't even ROM it or anything. I'm just gonna play it.
So, what were your favorite like? What were your favorite guns in the Modern Warfare Alpha?
All of them. No, just kidding. All the assault rifles and subs felt really good. I think M13 and the AK are probably my favorite, but it's just like the AK is always your favorite,
Yeah,
right? Um,
yeah,
and then I don't know, the sniper felt good. The only things I didn't like were the double barrel shotgun and then just light machine guns in general. But I've never been a light machine gun player, so that doesn't
yeah.
bother me.
I've never liked light
Yeah, like I
machine
don't
guns.
give a shit. I'm never gonna use those guns really, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
the assault rifles and subs like felt great. Like they were classic Call of Duty guns with like more. It felt like I was playing Call of Duty 4 in a high level awesome remaster where it was on a new engine.
yeah.
Like that's literally what it felt like. Like it was sick. Yeah.
The M13 was awesome, like you said. Yeah, the M4 was sweet. Like I said this so many times when we were playing, but M4 just like has always been like a flagship like gun they put on the cover of the game, but like it's always just decent or okay. But like the M4 actually feels like it could be a powerhouse gun. Like it
Yeah.
just feels like
It almost felt
default
like
M4 does
a
good damage,
like in the
like a
Scar
scar almost.
category. Yeah,
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 yeah. Felt like a heavy hitter, like a really nice heavy hitter, like a little bit slower shooting than some of the guns.
yeah.
But it's refreshing because like the M4 like might not get slept on. But yeah, M13 AUG is sweet. I can't imagine like I can't wait to try and make that AUG because it feels so good just as a SMG in those 2v2 modes. Like can't wait to make it a assault rifle. Make the AUG an assault rifle.
There was one class where it was an assault rifle with 60 rounds and muzzle brake and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
That class was
Yeah, it's sweet.
nasty. It was nasty. The thing that
Yeah.
honestly it feels like is that all the guns are gonna have viable build paths for them, and probably multiple. Which I just hope to God that we get a game where pro play is not just two weapon sets, three weapon sets. Like
Yeah.
I want to see these guys with not, and that's what I'm excited for because I think like that could add a lot of creativity and like differences to the game because the attachment system looks insane. Like obviously I think certain attachments are gonna be busted compared to others, but like it just seems nuts. And like I'm excited to be able to be like, yeah, I beat you with like this wacky class, but it's like a subclass I really like or an assault class I really like.
Yeah. No, I like that it'll be really experimental too. So like jumping back to like Borderlands, like what's something you're really interested in Borderlands that like you're really excited about in that game in particular?
I mean, I really enjoy that game from a ground level when you're starting a new Borderlands game. Like when they have like all these new
Yeah.
characters and like they have like this new story set that has like it's actually a hilarious game. Like I actually find it super
Yeah, no,
funny
I
to
like they're
play.
so fun.
Like and so it's like a new comedy movie almost, but it's also like the
Mhm.
graphics look updated, which they already were really cool before and were still aged pretty well, and now it looks sick. Like honestly, it looks really good. And I think we're gonna end up playing it on PC. Not sure yet, but PC is
I don't know.
gonna look better. If don't play it on PC, it is what it is. I don't care. But
I don't know.
in
We're
general,
playing.
it
Who
looks
knows?
really good, and like it just seems like Borderlands diving into that with like I love looter shooters. Like I really enjoy loot based games, and I really
Yeah.
enjoy shooters. So when they clash together really well, I like it a lot. And it's not very often you get that. Like Borderlands, like the staple looter shooter for like single player experiences. You know?
Yeah. I just definitely like there's nothing like that feeling of starting level 1 in an RPG. Whether
Yeah,
it's like an MMO or an RPG that's like a looter, like it's just always the best feeling. I don't know. I've always liked being like level 1, like starting level 1, start from scratch and like just what like leveling up and just getting that instant gratification for the first few levels where you just like pump out XP so quick. Like it's just such a good feeling like getting into it and just learning all these new systems at once and just like being berated with like upgrades and levels and new quests and new zones like so quick and just like
yeah,
a sense of discovery that you get so fast early on that you don't get nearly as much the more you play. Like that's always awesome to me, especially in Borderlands, like or just any game that's so stylized like that, where there's
yeah.
like so much lore and like just stuff to be discovered. The cutscenes are like incredible, like this
They
is
look really
just
good. It
hilarious.
it
Like
looks it looks like I don't know. It's the best cell shaded work I think we've had so far.
yeah,
Like hardcore cell shaded look like that, like close to that. Like I guess you
yeah,
could say like even like the Breath of the Wild kind of went that direction a little bit, but like Borderlands just looks sick, dude. Like it looks really
yeah.
good. Like it's done really really well, and the animations are always really good. The gun diversity is always insane. Um, the classes are like you know they're cool and they're unique, and I think they're building on them a lot in Borderlands 3. Like previous Borderland games, they were really cool, but sometimes they could get a little bit linear, and I think it's even opening up even more. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I'm excited.
there's definitely like some optimal builds in the previous Borderlands games, and
Yeah,
just some like some of the guns were like the best. Like they say there's like over a million guns, but really it's just like a couple hundred, and like they have different stats
yeah.
generated for like
Or they have
you know,
different
so like
elemental abilities, or
yeah.
they have different shit.
So
Yeah,
like
it's just
the conference
combinations.
call is like the best one of like just like the B shield. It's like those are the best, some of the better items at one point in one of the metas, and like Borderlands 2, and it just like I don't know, I don't like that as much. I mean,
Yeah.
every game's gonna have that, I guess. It's hard to stay away from it, but um,
No, I
yeah, just
mean the procedurally generated setup and stuff is what they're gonna do, but I think like their diversity within that parameter has increased a lot, right? Like I still think they've added a lot more guns that are gonna come up in different
yeah.
modes. So like the more and more guns they add that add to those variables, like just the more random experiences you have, which is cool, right? So I don't know.
They even have like the alternate fire modes now too.
Yeah, that looked really cool. Speaking of which, single fire on Modern Warfare, favorite part of the game, hands down. Moving on.
Definitely, definitely.
But no, that Borderlands 3 is going to be really fun. I know you were looking at Astral Chain quite a bit. I
Yeah,
think
it looks sick.
I mean, if you ended up playing it, I might maybe give her a shot, but something I
Yeah.
definitely would watch. Like, it looks just like I'm like watching an anime when I watch that game. So,
It's one of those things where, like, it looks attractive as, like, a anime RPG type thing, like, get your fix on that, but, like, it's only the campaign's only, like, 20 hours long or something, or 25 hours, which is, like, digestible, like, just like it's hard to for me to dive into games that are like that long that aren't multiplayer, like that are over 30 hours or 40 hours long in a campaign because it's just like I have other stuff that I'm always wanting to play. Like
yeah.
multiplayer wise, like whenever I'm playing single player games, like say it's a 30 hours solo campaign playthrough, like that entire 30 hours, there's probably people that I could be playing with, like on other games somewhere, whether it's PlayStation or PC, or whatever, like there's probably other multiplayer games or whatever that I could be progressing in or playing with friends on that
Yeah, that's always been
so
my
it makes
biggest struggle.
so whenever I'm playing a single player game, it's always like me sacrificing 30 hours of the like time in this game, other game, like that I could be playing.
Yeah, no,
So that makes it really interesting, but like
it's co. Didn't you
so
say
it's
you could
gotta be a
tag in a
pretty good
co-op
game.
though? I thought you saw something you could tag in a co-op player
On what game?
on Astral Chain. Could you tag in somebody or no?
Your mic cut out, sorry.
On Astral Chain, could you tag in somebody or
Oh,
no?
yeah, you can, but it's like really jank, I
Is
guess.
it
So
okay? Never mind then.
like
I
some
was gonna
like
say like couch co-op.
somebody would control one character, the other controls the other character and the camera. So it's like
Oh,
the camera gets all goofed and
I
I
got
don't
you. I
know.
got
It's
you.
like kind of jank, I guess.
I'm gonna be
And
putting some time back into Smash Bros. That's
yeah,
for
Smash
sure,
is fun.
dude.
Smash is really
Yeah,
fun.
I've got a new little fire for Smash the last couple of weeks, so
Yeah, yeah, I've been breaking it in again.
yeah,
Getting
a little bit.
some Smash playing out there.
But yeah,
Um,
I think the next, I don't know, I think the next month has like those few games that are going to absorb my time a ton. And honestly, it's interesting. Like, I think I'm like merging back towards console gaming a lot, which is just really bizarre to me. Like, I mean,
yeah,
my PC, like, I just played League of Legends for the first time a few days ago in like probably close to 2 months, month and a half. Like, that's insane. Like, there used to be a game I'd play 5 to 6 days a week, you know? So
yeah.
it's like actually bizarre to not play that much, or honestly never really play my PC much at all. So it's really interesting.
There's so many good like PS4 exclusives too. Like they're
Yeah.
just like like our must plays. And Nintendo Switch has a lot of good exclusives. I mean,
Dude, there's just so many games, period. Like you just gotta pick
yeah.
and choose, I think is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, there's some that I've even missed. I'm still trying to get to
Yeah,
kind of,
like most
like
people that like live in the real world just don't have time to play that many games or really have time to do anything. Like I don't know,
yeah.
unless you got a really awesome like mobile system or like a setup that you can like you're playing at multiple locations or just you're playing in-house a lot and you have like a remote job or something, like it's really difficult to find those time to do it, honestly, between like friends and family and work and school and shit like that, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's bizarre. Like I guess I just chose to sink so much time into a very select few games and get pretty good at those games, but then like there's so many people that sink just less that amount of time into 15, 20 games, right? And I definitely regret my choice. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a bad choice at all, but I definitely want to branch out a little bit while I got some time and while I got, new access to console. I haven't had a PlayStation in forever, so it's been nice playing some Sony stuff on my hands, getting some controller in my hands. Getting real
Yeah.
sore for a week or two because I
Dude,
hadn't
there's
used a
so many
controller in so
games. There's
long.
so many games that like I still want to play. Like, oh man, they're all so good. Like, just so many. I can even think of off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
it's it's crazy.
But
Well,
yeah, so I guess honestly, we've got the next month of games coming out. We got Modern Warfare stuff's gonna be coming out hardcore. We're gonna do Wavelength every freaking Monday at 6 p.m.
mm-hmm,
It's not
mm-hmm.
dark outside, so we can't do that secret setup we were thinking, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, check Twitters. We'll have any updates on there. I think like really our focus here for the next few months is there's gonna be a lot of content coming out of us. So if anyone who's listened to the podcast has enjoyed any of the content and wants to see more of that, there'll be a lot of like Call of Duty stuff coming out. We'll be doing more podcasts. We'll be doing hopefully
Just
some
content
videos,
in
hopefully
general.
videos
Yeah.
amongst some new people coming in, hopefully introducing some new voices and some new faces in the coming month or so. So
I think
um,
we're gonna try and start possibly doing a guest host at some point. Who knows? Who knows when we'll do that?
we're just
Just
winging
when
it, you know.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
going
but if anybody
through.
wants to has any particular thoughts on this or wants to see anything, like let us know. We'll have this up on the Wavelength YouTube, as well as we're officially on all major podcast platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, like got approved on everything. So we're across the board here. We'll have updates every single Monday, and I should have those up on every single one of those sites by Monday evening. So if you want to see um, less of our face and more of our voices in your ears, go ahead and wait till Tuesday morning, late Monday night, and those will be up there in audio format as well.
Sick.
You got anything else
Sick.
you want to add, dude? Oh, shameless plug. I did start a podcast individually called The Podcast. Check out my Twitch or my Twitter if you guys want to listen to that. It's a little bit different than this, but along some similar lines, but a little more different. Just check it out if you want to. But all right.
Yeah, it's sweet. I listen to it and it's really good.
I appreciate it, big dog. What anything else you want to add, Mitch?
Um, we're gonna start after beta. We're definitely gonna have a lot of content out as well, as far as videos of like just clips or gameplay of us. Trying to have a nice little beta weekend on early launch. We kind of talked about it at the beginning of the podcast, but we're trying to get some people down here, and we're all gonna land up in the apartment that Adam and I reside in, and get some content for you guys. Just have the team together and stuff, and hopefully let you guys see their faces so you can get to know them as well, and get some knowledge on what's going on behind the scenes a little bit here. So
yeah, I mean, I'm
look
pumped
forward to
for
that.
that. I mean, if we could take a second to talk about that, I'm pumped for just the future, the next few months. I think that we do have some interesting ideas and some interesting stuff going on. So, the bottom line though is like none of that's really possible without some interest from the outside and some people that want to get involved. So, really anybody interested in any of our content at all, just let us know. Any ideas, thoughts you have, anything you'd like to see, anything you dislike. We can just take in some criticism, absorb some shit, come out with some better stuff.
But yeah, if anybody wants to be a part of it at all, just get a hold of us. You
If you're
know
really good
exactly
with
what we're streaming.
graphics, if you're really
Graphics.
good with
If you want to make some,
graphics.
if you want to make some graphics, or maybe even if you like have some background talent in graphics, but we were really looking for graphics, so like that would be the best.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah,
Other than that, we enjoy you listening,
graphics.
so don't inquire.
No. But yeah, we keep it a short episode today. I think this is kind of like a pivoting episode where we're kind of getting back on the grind, talking about our alpha weekend, and then kind of just moving forward. I know
It was a time.
next weekend we'll probably do a little bit of alternate discussion, maybe mix it up a little bit on what we're talking about on Monday, and then the Monday after is going to be Call of Duty stuff again, probably after beta. But I appreciate anybody stopping in. Feel free to check out those audio stuff and check out our Twitters, and all those links will all be in the description. Thanks. Peace.
Bye. Bye.